Moms, how many moms who have given birth to kitties? Look at this. Oh my gosh. Grandmas? Anybody? Grandmas? Grandmas? Great grandmas? Do we have any? Lou, oh my gosh. Great grandmas? Muff? Yeah, yeah. Any dads who are moms? Johnny Kurt, go. Yeah, yeah, all right. Anybody give birth to an idea, a business? Everybody's hands should be up, right? Okay, who here was born? Thank you, thank you. You know, we're talking about the divine feminine here. So guys, you have to pay attention too. Sorry, you don't get the morning off. Because the divine feminine is alive and well in all of us. It is an energy. The goddess energy is alive in all of us. We are both and. You know, the mystical marriage is that of the archetypal feminine and the archetypal masculine in both, in every single person. So this is for everybody. We're in this wonderful new month. Thank God we got over surrender, right? We're in a wonderful new month called A New Vision. And isn't that lovely? I take it personally. It's great for us. And, you know, vision is in the process of a move, right? We're looking for a new space to move into. So we're visioning for a new vision for vision. You got to love it, right? And then, and in May, the Science of Mind magazine is all about a new vision. So, you know, wow, it's newness all the time. And it's Mother's Day. So, I mean, it's all coming together so perfectly. Because that feminine energy is the energy of growing. It is the energy of growing something new. We are about the energy of birthing something new. And so that is the divine energy. It's the energy of creation. It's the energy of patient waiting during this time of gestation, right? When you're in the unknown zone. And your feet are firmly planted in midair. You don't know exactly when it's going to happen and how it's going to happen, but you know it is going to happen. So today's talk in this month of A New Vision, today's talk is a new me, a new me. And I started thinking about that. Well, gee, how many me's have there been over the years? Because that is also the feminine, right? The divine energy of creating something new. So I kept thinking, okay, so there was the baby daughter me, there was the toddler me, the adolescent me, the sister me. There was the tween me and the teen me and the high school me. There was the waitress me. There was the college student me, the 20-something me. There was the cocktail waitress me. That was a funny me. What my boss said, she's slow but personable. I gotta love it. Okay, so there was the biomedical researcher me. There was the real estate agent me. The wife me, the mom me, the PTA president me. What else? The practitioner me, the bookstore manager me. There was the ministerial me. And I can go on and on and on, right? There's just a whole, you know, bunch of me's over the years. And more than the stages I went through or the jobs I had or the things that I did, there was the emotional me's too, right? There's the frightened me, and then there's the brave me, and then there's the shy me. No, there really is no shy me. Forget that one. That doesn't exist. But you have to understand, we are multifaceted beings. We're all of that, and you know we are pure emanations of spirit. But as these multifaceted diamonds that we appear, we have all of these aspects to us. You are all of that and more. And we are here in physical bodies for a limited period of time on Earth, in time and space, to play and to experience as much of this as we possibly can. So we grow and we change and we grow and we change and we grow and we change, and maybe we learn something somewhere along the way, right? With all of the changing and growing. The whole idea of becoming, that whole idea of becoming, that is the feminine energy. That is the feminine aspect of God, is the newness all the time. Ernest Holmes in Love and Law said this. He said, you and I have within us that thing which is going to manifest itself. And as we more and more open our consciousness, turning within to a greater creating lovingness and expressed and express in our lives a greater joy, happiness, strength, power, a greater individuality, no matter what line it may be along. It is simply one thing doing it, the power. That's it. It is God that wants to do it. It is God that wants to do it, God within us. It is not the human you or the human me. In fact, there is not any human you or human me. There is only the divine one, which flows through all and expresses concrete individuality. It is just spirit as you, creating life individually, uniquely as you. That's what life is, this continuum. We are forever becoming. We're forever becoming, no matter what stage, no matter what age. And this is the divine energy of the feminine aspect of God that is flowing through us and as us, whispering in our ear about newness, about transformation, about becoming. So you think you're done just because you're an adult? Do you think you're done just because you're a college graduate? Do you think you're done just because you're a senior? As long as we live, we are becoming. As long as we live, there is something to see and something to be and something to achieve and something, yes, to become. Something to become. We are always, always growing. You know, one of the secrets to long life is to always stay in wonder. Always seeking to know more. Always willing to experience more. That's what keeps us young forever. Forbes magazine did a story a while back on what keeps people young forever, you know, and what I know is that it is the divine process that seeks always an outlet for something new, and it seeks it through us. So we are forever being asked, let go of the old and embrace something new. Let go of the old and embrace something new. And isn't that the catch? Isn't that the catch? Isn't this where we get stuck? We can't or we won't accept something new and release something old. What was it? One of the practitioners said everything that she released had claw marks on it. We're really resistant to releasing the old and trying something new. Sometimes we can be very, very reluctant to do that too, right? Oh, I'm too old to do that. Has anybody ever said that to you? Have you ever said it to yourself? Have you ever said it to yourself? Oh, I'm too old. I'm too old to change careers. Or I'm too old to learn how to play the guitar. Or I'm too old to go back to school. Well, how old are you going to be if you don't go back to school? I mean, you're still going to be a year older. You're still going to be a year older. Why not? Why not take on something new? But how many times do we run that old story on ourselves? Oh, I'm too whatever to change. And yet when Forbes magazine did that interview where they interviewed the centenarians, yes, that's what they call them now, centenarians. They dropped the G. What we hear over and over again is they stay active, they move, they belong to something greater than they are, they remain part of a larger community. In the article, they said that there were 7 things that were crucial to long life: a positive attitude, diet, exercise, faith, clean living, I love that, loving family, and genetics. Oh, that's wonderful. So the positive attitude is keeping current, keeping curious, keeping active, learning new things every day. Diet and exercise, no surprise there to anybody, right? And what they said, though, interested me, because they said they don't go on any special diets. There's no, big special thing that they do. All they said was they eat less and they move more. These are people over 100. They eat less and they move more. Makes sense. The thing about faith, they said most of the 100-year-olds said, well, as long as I'm still alive, God must have a use for me. I'm here, right? So there must be more for me to do. That was the faith. Clean living. I love that. Clean living. Don't cheat, don't lie, don't steal. That was their idea. Don't smoke either. It's not good for you. They did say that too. And follow the golden rule. Treat people like you'd like to be treated. Be nice to people. That was it. That was what they thought of clean living. And loving family. Although they said it doesn't have to be the bio family. It's any support network where the voice of the elder is respected and honored, and that they can enjoy watching the next generations growing up. One of the gentlemen interviewed said that all he needs is a loving family, the good Lord, and a rum and coke every afternoon. I love that. And genetics. One of the 100-something said, you have to pick your parents wisely. Good genes is helpful, but that shouldn't stop anybody, because certain things that express in the family don't have to express through you. You know, it's just that simple, that it's just because it's a gene doesn't mean it's a destiny, you know? And the idea of becoming new all the time is within us to do. Nobody can have your experience. You are going to have your own experience. No matter what you choose to do, it will be uniquely your experience. So the important thing is to do not let anybody else lay their beliefs over top of your aspirations. Do you ever have anybody do that? You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about? You finally get up the nerve to tell a friend or a coworker or a family member. You finally get up the nerve to tell them you're going to write that book, you know, or you're going to train for that marathon or something. And then they proceed to lay over top of your aspirations all the reasons why it's not going to work. Because it's all of their reasons. It's all of their experiences. It's all of their beliefs. And they lay it over top of your aspirations, right? Tell those people to shut up. I mean, nicely. You can do it nicely. Tell them to shut up. Tell them to. Because you're going to have your experience of it. I'm going to have my experience of it. We don't need other people's. Oh, well, you know what happened? Well, my cousin did the same thing. And let me tell you. Just don't even go there. Because we're all going to have our own experience. And when you choose to grow, when you choose to take on something new, you know what your friends should say? And I am saying should, because they should. Wonderful. Wonderful. I know you can do it. What a great idea. Those are the kind of people that you need in your life. The ones that are going to love and support you. Ernest Holmes said this: you exist that divine feeling, fire, imagination, and creativity may express through you. Spirit comes to you with a fresh and new creativity. You need not ask what others have done or how they have done it. Be yourself and express life as you find it. Never imitate. Trust the self. Find the self in God and find God in the self. That's what we're doing. I am. Those wonderful words in the Bible. I am. That is the voice of the universe, and it is seeking to express through us. I am is the voice of creation, and it's our voice also. We are the place where the I am expresses through into form. And what we know is that thought without activity is it's meaningless, right? Thought without activity is just a daydream, it's a fantasy. I am is creating through each one of us. I am is speaking the word. I am. And we must move that into form somehow. If the divine creative energy saw fit to create us, to make you that microcosm through which the divine activity of God can express itself, then that's what we're here to do, to express ourselves. We are always in the process of becoming, always. There is nothing stopping us from seeking a new outlet except our own denials that we can do it. And we've just dismissed those, right? We've just said, oh, there is no reason for us not to take on something new. So the next thing that keeps us stuck is not releasing something old. Not releasing something old. And how difficult is it for us to release the old, outdated stuff that doesn't serve us anymore? How difficult is it for us to put down that old, tired story about who we are because of our parents or because of our job or because of our age or because of whatever? How long are you going to carry that story around with you? Ernest Holmes always said, that story is like the dead, rotting corpse that you carry around on your back. Isn't that a lovely picture? He was very creative. How long are you going to carry that story around on your back? So just like we talked about the energy of creating something new, the divine feminine energy, releasing the old, is also an aspect of the divine feminine energy at work in our lives. So let's talk about that aspect of the divine mother, of the goddess Kali. Let's talk about Kali, the Hindu goddess of time, change, power, and destruction. She's a formidable vision. She is strength and power. She is the energy of, oh, hell no, I am not doing this, not one more day. She's the energy of change. She's often presented as a very dark-skinned or black-skinned or blue-skinned goddess, violent and dark. And she is perceived as the benevolent mother goddess at the same time. Her form is dramatic. She is, like I said, dark or blue skin. You see her depicted as blue skinned. She has 4 arms. In one of them she carries a sword, and another is the severed head of a demon. Around her neck she has 51 human skulls for a necklace. Some say the 51 letters of the Sanskrit alphabet. Around her waist she has a skirt of severed arms. She stands with her right foot forward on the chest of her husband. You gotta love that. Sorry. who is laying on the ground on his back because he's holding her impulse to destroy everything in her path in check by prostrating himself before her. So, here's another little interesting view of the Divine Mother, is it not? She is the bringer of death. She's the bringer of death, but death to the illusion, death to the false idol, death to the human ego self that thinks of itself as apart somehow from the energy of God. That's part of ourselves that, like, we're going to do it all by ourselves because nobody's got our back. She is the bringer of death to the illusion of separation. She is that maternal strength that goes, baby, not doing this anymore. And she stands in her power, and she claims the strength of the divine feminine. She is the reminder of the I am that is not our bodies. The I am that is not our roles or our jobs or professions or hobbies. She burns away all of that stuff, and she allows us to stand in the truth of who we are. We are powerful beings, powerful beyond measure. We have to destroy the old in order to create something new. There wouldn't be room in our lives if we didn't. All those things that I talked about, all those me's that I talked about at the beginning of the talk, there wouldn't be enough room on this platform for all of them if I didn't let go of them. We have to engage in the energy of destruction in order to make room for the new. And it goes on for our whole lives. That goes on our whole lives. We must let go of the old in order to create space for something new. So that divine energy, that goddess Kali, the destruction, the destroyer, it's necessary to create room, to create that vacuum into which newness can then be birthed. Ernest Holmes said this: there is an irresistible, universal, and divine urge within us to be happy, to be whole, to express the fullness of life. The latent divinity within us stirs our imagination, and because of its insistent demand, impels and compels our growth. It is back of every invention. It proclaims itself through every creative endeavor. It produces sages, saints, saviors, and will, when permitted, create a new world in which war, poverty, sickness, and famine disappear. This is the divine energy of the feminine. Might be another aspect you're not used to, you know. We're all used to that Hallmark card, Mom, you know. Oh, sweet and light and flowers and candy. But this is the bigger picture. This is the bigger picture of the divine energy. This is the new you. This is the new me. It happens by releasing the old, doing what we need to do to burn away the old and to make way for a new creation, to make way for a visioning of the new and then doing something about it, moving our feet. It is the way to create space. And that's what we do in our lives, releasing and embracing, releasing and embracing. Meditate, understand, empty out, align, be flexible, create, believe, love. Love the process. Love the process because we do it anyway. We might as well love it. And then be grateful. Be grateful. It happens all the time. It is for us to be that wholeness of spirit on earth. And the way we do it is by constantly taking on new, becoming new every day, becoming new every morning, becoming new in every moment. You know, there's that old expression, if you haven't seen somebody in 10 minutes, don't even begin, you know, you can't even begin to know them. All those people that you've known for years. But we are all new in every moment. And that is the energy of the Divine Mother. Creating that space, creating that room in the womb for something new to grow is our job. It's up to us to release the old, to let it go in order to make way for something new. Ernest Holmes said this. He said, spiritually, we are the offspring, if we wish to put it that way, the manifestation or the emanation of a divine wholeness. This universal wholeness is in us in every true sense of the term. As the originating principle of life, we have God, or universal spirit, out of which everything was made. Therefore, every human is truly born of God. And if this is true, and it is, then every human is primarily and fundamentally perfect, no matter what he or she has done to himself. That is the energy we're talking about. Destruction and creation, destruction and creation. That energy, that divine universal principle that seeks an outlet through us. And we need to say yes. We need to say yes because here's a big hint. Spirit will have its way with you anyway. Spirit will have its way with us anyway. And you don't want to go kicking and screaming. And you don't want everything you release to have claw marks on it. Embrace the change, welcome the new, grow what's next, and enjoy the journey. Thank you so much.